In this video, we are going to be looking at units. Now, regardless of what exam board you're doing, units in physics is very, very important. So let's get started. If you are measuring mass, you might in your everyday life use kilograms, maybe you use pounds, maybe you say stones. If we're talking about length or distance, you might use centimeters, inches, maybe yard. And if we're talking about time, do you use seconds, days, months? As you can see, there are loads of different ways of measuring everything or anything. And so in physics, we have something called the SI unit system. Right? SI units are the standard units that all scientists use around the world, regardless of what language you speak. There are 7 SI base units, but you are only required to know 6 of them. They are, so if I just get a nice table going, so the first one is length. The unit, the SI unit for length, is the meter with the abbreviation lowercase m. Mass is in kilogram with the symbol kg. Time is seconds, symbol s. Current is in ampere or amps, and it's got the letter A. Then you've got temperature. Now you might be used to measuring temperature in degrees Celsius, but actually the SI unit should be the Kelvin, which is a capital K. And then finally, the amount of substance. Now you might have seen this in chemistry rather than in physics. It is the mole, and it's got the symbol MOL, mole. Remember, so these are the SI base units. You need to make sure you know these units very, very well. And these units can be manipulated in many different ways. We actually can link this back to the last video where we start looking at prefixes to really work things out. So for example, I might have a value for time, right, in a non-base unit. So let's just say it is 2 weeks. The thing is, I need to convert it into the SI base units. So I know that in 2 weeks, there are 7 days. Each day has 24 hours. Each hour has 60 minutes, which has 60 seconds. So here I've got days, hours, minutes, and finally seconds, because that's what I want to convert it to. And if we put this into our calculator, you end up getting 1209600 seconds. Now, you can see I've had to put commas there to try and work out what the number is. So here we can start using prefixes and we can round. So it's approximately equal to 1.2 times 10 to the power of 6 seconds. If you remember back at the prefixes, times 10 to the 6, so this bit over here is the same as mega, and so I get 1.2 megaseconds. Okay, so that's how we can use prefixes there. We're going to pick it up a notch and now look at how we can use prefixes and these units, but in more than one dimension. So the easiest thing to use would be length. If I start off with 3 centimeters, then I can do a conversion, right? If I wanted to work out what it is in an SI base unit, which is meters, I know that centi means times 10 to the power of minus 2. And so that is my SI base unit. Meters there, so 3 centimeters is the same as 3 times 10 to the minus 2. So this is for a one-dimensional thing, a length. If I wanted to change it to an area, so now I've got 3 centimeters squared, this is where we need to look at where the squared is. 3 centimeters squared is basically saying 3 centimeters squared. So actually the square is for the whole centi bit. So that means I've actually got 3 times 10 to the power of minus 2 squared meters squared. So I'm expanding that bracket. This means that this is actually 3 times 10 to the power of minus 4 meters squared. So 3 centimeters squared is the same as 3 times 10 to the power of minus 4 meters squared. If you don't believe me, let us actually draw out a rectangle, an area that is 3 centimeters squared. So this is my rectangle, it's 3 by 1. So obviously this is 3 centimeters squared. Now if I do the conversion, let's do this in blue, this becomes 3 times 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, 1 times 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. So the area becomes 3 times 10 to the power of minus 2 times 1 times 10 to the power of minus 2, which is the same as 3 times 10 to the power of minus 4 meters squared. Same answer. Let's try volume. 3 centimeters cubed. Again, we need to look at where the cube is. So this is the same as 3 centimeters cubed. And so I get 3 times 10 to the power of minus 2 cubed meters cubed. So this simplifies to 3 times 10 to the power of minus 6 meters cubed. Again, we can try this out with some kind of cuboid. So this is 3 centimeters here, 1 centimeter there, 1 centimeter there. So this is obviously 3 centimeters cubed. So let's convert everything into meters again. 1 times 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, 1 times 10 to the power of 2 meters, 3 times 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. So 1 times 10 to the power of minus 2 times 1 times 10 to the power of minus 2 times 3 times 10 to the power of minus 2 gives me 3 times 10 to the power of minus 6 meters cubed. Get the same answer. So why don't you guys have a go at these questions here to practice your SI base units and you're using your prefixes, as well as these questions here to practice your conversion in different dimensions. I'll go through the answers in the next video.